In the last lesson, we covered different types of vehicles that are most popular for van life. In this lesson, we're going to talk about the pros and cons of buying used versus new. Buying a new van means an empty slate. The van is literally your canvas, and you can customize it to make it exactly what you want, from the layout to the components to the colors. Buying new is a fun and exciting process, but whether you hire someone or you DIY, you do have your work cut out for you. You will be making a lot of important decisions, which you'll get help with in this course, but be prepared for some ups and downs as you work to build out your dream van. Buying a new van and building it out also takes time. If you're choosing a Sprinter, you might have to wait for the van, then you have the build process. And if you want to hit the road, say next week, buying new will make that impossible. Buying used is a great option for those of you who are on a tighter budget, or for those of you who aren't sure how long you want to do van life, or if you'll even like it at all. Getting a used van will put you on the fast track to hitting the road and gives you the opportunity to try van life without all of the work. In the process, you'll learn what you do and what you don't like, and if you ever decide to trade it in for something more custom, you'll have a very clear picture of what you want. The downside of buying used is you really don't know what you're going to get. You don't really know the quality of the build or any issues previous owners might have faced with their conversion. And further, if you do have any problems, it's unlikely that the conversion or the parts are still going to be under warranty. And fixing them might require more work and money than you expect. You won't know how the van is wired, or if the plumbing's solid, or the condition of the batteries. So in a sense, it's a bit of a gamble to buy used. Make sure you do your homework and ideally bring somebody knowledgeable with you to look at the van and get a solid rundown about how everything is set up in the van and how it works before you take the leap. You should also be aware of any potential issues with the vehicle itself, and if the vehicle is still under warranty, that is great. Just make sure to contact the manufacturer to make sure that warranty is transferable. With used vans, particularly the Sprinter, rust is the most commonly talked about issue, but it's not the only one you want to pay attention to. If you're serious and it's a big investment and you lack the mechanical knowledge, I recommend you having a mechanic inspect the van before you sign the dotted line. I'll share a couple of links below with more advice for buying a used van. If you find a used van that you think fits the bill, make sure to share it in our private Van Life Roadmap Facebook group to get some second opinions. If you're specifically looking at Sprinters, the Sprinter Source Forum and the Sprinter Van Owners Facebook groups are great places to get more experienced van lifers' opinions. You'll find links to these in the resources below as well. Now let's talk about where to search for a van. Searching for a van should be a fun process, and while you may be eager to dive into van life, don't feel pressured to buy the first van you find. The more patient you are, the better you'll understand the market, and you'll learn what a good deal looks like. You'll also know what to watch out for. Even if you're buying new, patience and shopping around could save you a few $1,000s. Depending on the type of vehicle you're purchasing, some dealers may be willing to negotiate, although that's probably unlikely with a 4x4 Sprinter. Down below in the video, I've shared a full list of websites, forums, and Facebook groups where you can search for your van. So go download that, bookmark those places, and make checking those pages part of your daily routine.